of us never think about when we go shopping, and that is practically every product we see has a story, some more amazing than others, and this is one of those. It concerns a candle like this, used primarily for religious purposes. It's a novena candle. And what makes this story so interesting is that the owner of this company, the Bright Glow Candle Company of Pomona, California, actually started it all in his garage. He made these candles individually, by hand, and then sold them to stores in his neighborhood. Today, he makes 80,000 of these every day here in his 90,000 square foot facility. And his neighborhood customers are located literally around the world. The man behind it all is the president of the Bright Glow Candle Company, Richard Alcedo. And we talked with him about his story, and he took us for a tour. They are primarily religious candles, right? Novena candles.
The novena name comes from 9. They used to last 9 days, and as the paraffin went up in price, the glass started shrinking. So then they used to call them 7-day candles. 7-day candles still, to this day, they call them 7-day candles. Mainly they used to enhance your faith, enhance your prayer when you want to ask a favor from the Lord or a saint. And Catholics, they tend to go through saints. You can do it directly, but they like to use saints, so they light a candle to a saint. Churches, they don't like to have a sainted label candle in their church, so they use a plain one.
This is the beginning of the whole process of how to make religious novena candles. This is an empty glass that comes from overseas, either Egypt or China, and it all starts here. We put the glass on the line, and then the 3 ladies that you see there, they're putting the wick. They're dropping the wick into the glass, and it goes into the filler machine. It gets filled all the way to the top and goes into the working lines in which the operators there are putting the wick in the middle.
I understand you actually used to go fill the shelves in the stores that carried these candles yourself, and that was one of the keys. You took the onus off of the owner of the store.
Instead of offering just the candles by itself, I offer the service to service the stores. Since there are so many saints and many different figures, they don't know which one sells the most. We followed the liturgical calendar very close, so we knew what saints during what time of the year will sell the most. Usually, you know, of course, we have the 5, 10 hottest saints, if you want to call it, that will sell throughout the year. But that was the service. We took care of your 4, 8-foot section that you had on your store. And that's what made a big difference in selling our candles.
First of all, we make it very conscious of making a good candle. We select the wax, we select the wick that we put into it. We don't try to cut corners into making this candle. It's a low-price candle, I understand. There's competition from overseas, no question about it. But we make a solid, good candle. Between 100 to 120 hours, there's some competition that they put air into their candles, so it doesn't last as long. There's some other ones that they use other waxes like tallow, and it doesn't last, you know, as good as a paraffin-based wax candle.
I think we have a very appealing label compared to other companies that they just put in a label of with no taste. I think we have a very, very attractive label. And to couple that, we have a very solid candle. Years ago, they used to just seal screen the candles. And think about, you know, I mean, you're going to pray to the Lord, you're going to pray to the Virgin or a saint. You want a saintly face. So we changed that. We put as appealing as you can the label, something that will attract the person to say, oh, how beautiful.
What we do it here is that after it gets cool, it comes through this tunnel, the heated tunnel, to clean, level the wax, and it's necessary to do it on all the candles because it changes the chemistry of the candle. When it cools, changes the physical form. So we have to level it up.
We carry over 100 different saints and labels. They not all sell as fast because we have the leaders like St. Jude and the Virgin of Guadalupe, but we do have the variety when they want it.
Who are these candles primarily intended for? I mean, who are your customers?
It's actually towards the Catholic, if you say. Latino will use it a lot. Cubans, they use it a lot. Puerto Ricans, Santo Domingo. The Italians, they use their saints. As a matter of fact, we have one saint that I just made for the Italians, San Gennaro. Very popular.
What the operator is doing is topping it off to a normal level of fill wax. See what happens with certain waxes, they condense all the way down, and it's too much of a gap to live. So it's got to be about somewhere in here, And that's what she's doing, making sure that the label is up to snuff.
At first glance, the graphics on the label, it's a big difference. And after they use it, it's the quality of the candles, how they perform. Because when they go and pick up a candle, they pick up, oh, the Virgin, when we have 2 or 3 candles on the same shelf. But when they go home and it doesn't perform as well, then is when they notice, oh, where I got this candle from, and probably made in overseas, China, Mexico, who knows. And then is when they realize, oh, I didn't get the candle with the triangle on the back, which is our logo. That's when they realize that they picked up the wrong candle.
We have broken cases, that there are about 8 left, so we wait for another 3 or 4 to make up a case, and then they go out the door. That's what is here. The rejects, they go back to recycling. We recycle only the wax.
You have the traditional candles, traditional saints, but there are new ones coming out, like Santissima Muerte. It's very popular right now, in different colors. At first glance, you know, it doesn't appeal to you, but the prayer on the back is very, very nice. It's got a lot of meaning. St. Jude has an aroma, jasmine. The Virgin of Guadalupe, they have the rose. Sacred Heart has got, we put, I think, strawberry in there.
This is a huge facility.
About
How big is it?
90,000 square feet.
90,000 square feet. What do you think your secret for success is?
Oh, perseverance, without a doubt. A lot of faith and a lot of perseverance.
These candles all are sold through the supermarkets, pharmacies, drugstores, distributors. We service the western side of Walmart in the U.S. We also sell overseas, like Philippines, Saipan, Portugal, the Caribbean islands, some to the northern part of Mexico.
What do you see for the future of this company as you look down the road, Richard?
We would like to get a little bit more into the mainstream, highly scented candles. That's where we'd like to go. The spiritual look, feeling of a flame flickering, it's never going to be replaced. When there's a problem, what do you call? The candle company that made it. We stand behind our candles. We stand behind our candles 100%.
And there you are, a look inside the amazing success story of the Bright Glow Candle Company. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from Pomona, California.